Hi, I'm Chip Collins with Collins Group Realty on Hilton Head Island. Today I'm here to talk with Keith Miller of Miller Long-Term Rentals about the state of the long-term rental market here on Hilton Head Island in the greater Bluffton marketplace. So Keith, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to. You know, we're getting a sense that maybe there's a change in the long-term rental market these days, and I just want to take your temperature on that and kind of get a sense of what is the state of the long-term rental market? Is there a high demand? Is there a low demand? What's happening out there?
Demand has been pretty good. We anticipated this about a year and a half ago that the demand would be picking up for several reasons. One, we felt that people are going to have more difficult time getting loans because of the banks going back to more traditional lending practices.
Yeah, sure.
People are losing houses.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it that we're getting. So with those two things, we're feeling that the demand has increased. And in doing so, what's happened is the inventory has dwindled.
Yeah.
So it's been a good time for rentals at this point.
So that's kind of interesting. I wouldn't have thought that inventory would necessarily dwindle, but I guess you know, I would think that there'd be people out there that want rental income, and that's part of what I want to talk about today. Is what's the dynamic of people that do want to get rental income? Maybe they're a little bit concerned about covering their mortgage payments. Maybe they had bought it as a second home, and then thought, "Gosh, now I want to get some rental income so I can weather this down market and then come out looking better on the other end." Are you getting that kind of clientele coming to you?
We are getting people coming to us. They haven't been able to sell, so
Yeah.
they come to us and say, "Look, I'm looking for a way to at least offset some of my costs," and so they're looking for that. And that's been working out pretty well for people. It really has. Unfortunately, it's not going to get them their full cost,
Right.
But it's at least a way for them to help diminish the effects of it.
Yeah, sure. And I would think that not all homes are rentable. I mean, not all houses are rentable or saleable. So maybe not all homes are rentable. If you've got a big, really expensive home, you can only get so much rental income on that. There's got to be some middle ground, I would think, on sort of the perfect rental house. Is there a profile or a demand that's kind of fits together in what you're seeing?
There is. Typically a three-bedroom home, at least 2 baths with a garage, typically anywhere in that square footage range of 1,800 square feet up to 2,400 square feet.
Okay.
Is typically an optimum type house for rental.
Okay, great. And that's probably within a good striking range financially for people. So that result is maybe $2,000 or something a month.
Correct. Usually in that size range, you're looking anywhere between $1,600, maybe up to $2,000 as far as rental return that they'll get.
And you guys are finding then that you can rent those pretty quickly, or does it still take 4 or 5 months to place a renter?
A good, what we call rental-ready house will rent fairly quick.
Okay.
And what I mean by that, it's been updated, it looks fresh and clean. Our philosophy is we try to present our houses as if we're selling them.
Right.
And so consequently, they rent quicker.
Okay, that's great. And so, you know, it's interesting when you talk about that. We just rented a great house up in Windmill Harbor at 26 Sparwheel Lane. And, you know, you've spurred me on to think maybe after this video presentation, we'll do an attachment and run sort of a pro forma, get a sense of what that house might rent for and get a sense of, with mortgage rates where they are, they're pretty low still, get a sense of what that cash flow looks like, and that might be a good example for someone who's looking out there as an investment, because that's really what we're interested in trying to find out. Are there people out there that have been on the fence and they're concerned about maybe carrying that property as a second home, but boy, if they could buy it now, take advantage of low purchase prices, great interest rates before they start going up this spring and fall, and get some good, high demand rental income, it seems like kind of a no-brainer.
That's what we were looking at. That's what we keep recommending to the realtors. Now is the time to take advantage of the low prices and low interest rate, because now is a good time for renting.
Yeah, that's great. And you guys are available all the time, so we'll provide some good contact information after this video on the screen so people know how to get in touch with you. But it's Keith Miller, Miller Long-Term Rentals,
Correct.
And you service the Hilton Head and the greater Bluffton marketplace.
Correct.
Terrific. Great. Well, thanks so much for being with us, and I hope that if you have any further questions about long-term rental properties or any investment-based properties, that you'll reach out to us at www.collinsgrouprealty.com.